What is up guys, Ashbfc here. So E3 is nearly upon us, very close. So I thought I'd do like an E3 predictions video. You know how it goes, right? Everyone does it. And also do like a things I want to see as well at E3, but pretty sure I won't see anything I want to see at E3. I am worried, I'll admit, I am concerned about E3, about what it may bring, what the future holds. I mean, this industry is kind of on a slippery slope as it is. There's a lot of problems, and part of me just thinks we're going even further, even deeper into those problems. I think we might be in for a grim future. I'm really worried. I'm very skeptical. I think we may be heading into the dark ages. I think the darkness is upon us.
Hello darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
But anyway, let's not get all skeptical about it. It hasn't happened yet, so who knows, maybe I'm all wrong. But let's just get to Microsoft right now. Okay, so, I mean, God, Xbox One, I mean, wow. It doesn't matter. Does anyone really care what Microsoft have to bring to E3? Does anyone care? There's no predictions to make, we know what's happening, you know? It's all been confirmed. Microsoft finally commit suicide at E3. They finally pull the trigger and end the misery. They can't save themselves. There's nothing they can do. I know I'm not alone, but there's nothing they can do to make me buy an Xbox One. Not in a million years. Not in a million years. I mean, where to start with the problems? The thing is, everything's forced with that console. It's everything a games console shouldn't be. It's not a games console. It's an all-in-one entertainment device. Let's not get started on its name. I mean, everything's just backwards and just wrong with that console, and it just got worse and worse the more that got revealed, and it was incredible. I mean, there is no options. Microsoft gave us no options with this console. Well, they did the one option: don't buy one, and I urge you not to. I mean, just wow. I mean, the reaction to the reveal was incredible. Just the gaming community was just in uproar and outrage, and justifiably so. I mean, it was just terrible. Absolutely terrible, and the response was huge, and that was Microsoft's chance to think, okay then, right, let's do the right thing here, let's rethink our strategy here. They did nothing. They did nothing. They ignored everything. They ignored the most important people, the consumers, the gamers. They just gave them a middle finger and said, you will like this. I mean, are they that stupid, or are they just that arrogant and confident in themselves that they can do this? Who knows, but Microsoft may have just done what I thought was impossible, and that's top Electronic Arts in becoming my most hated company in this industry. I didn't think I'd ever see that happen, but Microsoft may be able to do the unthinkable. I mean, I won't go into, we all know, Forward Connect, doing this, all sorts of fun, TV this, TV that, sports, Call of Duty. It looks horrible as like old VHS thing. Its name's a disgrace. You've got to have a broadband connection, which obviously I don't need to go into why that's a problem. It watches you all the time with Connect. You have to have a 24-hour connection because it checks it on you every 24 hours. They might as well just bundle in an ankle bracelet and put you under house arrest with that thing. If you are offline for more than 24 hours, it blocks the use of offline play, making the console useless. Oh wait, no it's not, because you can still play, you can still watch TV on it, so it's like the anti-gaming device. What were they thinking? And they had a chance. They dug themselves a giant hole from the reveal conference, but they still had a chance to climb out of it. They didn't. They carried on digging and digging and digging, and they digged all the way down to the depths of hell, and they shook hands with Satan himself. Electronic Arts. So, in a weird way, I'm looking forward to it, because I think it's going to provide some light humour, some light entertainment. We can have a good laugh and watch them finally pull the trigger. Goodbye Microsoft. So let's go on to the more important ones. Let's get to Sony. So now, this isn't all good about Sony, my predictions. I am looking forward to the PS4. There is no doubt in my mind the games for this thing will be incredible. I mean, it's a package of serious power as this console, more than the Xbox One. I mean, just look at the history of Sony. Look at the PlayStation 1, amazing. PlayStation 2, amazing. PlayStation 3 eventually became amazing. I mean, it was a slow start. Microsoft was looking better at the time being with the 360. But Sony topsy-turvied that stuff. they flipped that stuff around and got all the exclusives in the end. And a lot of the exclusives on Microsoft, which were supposed to be exclusive, were only timed and came over anyway. So in the end, in my opinion, the PS3 was the better console by far. I don't know, I just sounded like a complete Sony fanboy. I'm not a fanboy whatsoever. I only care about games. Couldn't care less what system I can play them on. But yeah, there were some amazing games. Like I said, you look at the history of Sony. They secure such amazing games. But the problem is, I do predict Sony will do the same thing Microsoft did, and they will announce that DRM will be up to the publishers. They decide if we can buy and play used games, and if we can swap games with friends. But you know what that means? That means we can't. I mean, come on, what's one of the biggest problems with this industry right now? Greed. Greedy publishers. Look at the state of it. EA is chomping at the bit to block used games. Now we all know why they dropped online passes. We knew they're up to something. Here's the proof. Here's what it was. And Activision, they'll do the same. They're not better. Capcom, they'll do it. Ubisoft will probably follow as well, and so will many others. So I really don't know. I may not even end up getting the PS4. I want to, I really do. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe if Sony is smart and if they want to decimate Microsoft in this next console war, and they have just been handed that opportunity on a plate, then they will do away with all sorts of DRM. Because Sony not innocent. So I'm pretty sure Sony and Microsoft have both had this planned from the start. But so this is Sony's golden opportunity to drop it, and they'll win. And I don't think it's an excuse that publishers might be backing them into a corner and making them do it, because I don't think that matters. Because once the publishers realise that no one wants to buy an Xbox One, they're going to have to bring their stuff to the PS4. So it just makes perfect sense to block DRM, to get rid of DRM. Sony have been given a chance to win this console war before it's even started. They need to be smart and do it, but I don't think they will. I pray to God they don't. But I think they will. And the obvious prediction is that they will show the PS4. They're going to see the console. I don't think it's going to look particularly nice. They haven't got a history of making nice looking consoles. I mean, not that anyone cares what a thing looks like, but whatever it looks like, can it be any worse than the Xbox One? The monstrous VHS, VHR, VCR, what do you call them? Some from the 80s anyway. Christ. But yeah. So we turn to Nintendo. Oh, Nintendo. Nintendo might be our saviours this generation. They might be the only decent company. Because say what you want about Nintendo, hate them all you want. It's the cool thing now. Everyone hates Nintendo, and they've earned some of that hate. They've done some stupid stuff, some very questionable stuff. But say what you want about the Wii U. At least it's a frigging games console. Yeah, it's not got much games. Yeah, it's not packing much power. But who cares about graphics? Unless you're 12 years old, you shouldn't really care about graphics. If the games on the Wii U can look as good as the best of last generation, God of War, Heavy Rain, is that really a big deal? Pretty impressive. But at least you can, swap games with your friends. Beat a game, trade it in. Buy a used game. At least it is what it's meant to be. Nintendo's the only one that remember this. It's a game console, first and foremost. That's all it really does. It's a games console. So credit to Nintendo for remembering that. Say what you want about them, you've got to give them that. Okay? And I think the reason it's not got really any games for it whatsoever, that is the big problem, there's nothing for it. I've owned one since it came out. I've played 3 games on it. I've owned and played 3 games on it in all this time it's been out. That's never happened before in any console I've ever bought. Oh wait, hold on a minute. PlayStation Vita. But that's a handheld, so we're not talking handhelds. Like I said, I think that one of the main problems is that publishers are overlooking it because it doesn't have the DRM. I think it might not be entirely Nintendo's fault, there's nothing for it. But I think at E3, Nintendo might look pretty good. You could come out of this looking the best. You know, I think I think they'll show us a new Mario, new 3D Mario. You know, 3D Mario is always good. I think they may give us a glimpse of the new Legend of Zelda. And I think they might show us Super Smash Bros as well. Maybe some Bayonetta 2. And maybe some new stuff. That's what I'm hoping for, they'll show some new stuff. I mean, that is one of Nintendo's problems, they do rely too much on nostalgia and their old established franchises. But maybe they'll show us some new stuff. I really hope they do. But Nintendo has a chance now. Who knows? Nintendo might win this console war. They won it last time actually by a friggin' landslide. They shouldn't have. The Wii, come on, but who knows? It depends what Sony does now, really, doesn't it? It's down to the wire. Is it Nintendo or Sony? Who's going to do the best thing? Who knows? But yeah, I think we'll see that from Nintendo. I have faith in Nintendo. Come on, Nintendo, get your act together. Do some good stuff. Let's bring back the old Nintendo. Because let's be honest, what's the best thing about Nintendo right now? The memories. That's the only good thing about Nintendo. But give me Nintendo any deal over Microsoft. I'll tell you that right now. But yeah. That's what I want to see. Obviously, games-wise, I want to see The Last Guardian. I really want to see that, just to see if this thing's even coming out. Or if it is, it's coming out on PS4, right? So yeah, I want to see The Last Guardian. I want to see Kingdom Hearts 3. I want to see Half-Life 3. I want to see Dungeon Keeper 3. I'm going back there. I want to see Manhunt 3. I want to see Knights of the Old Republic 3. I'm taking a pattern here. What's with the missing third games? And of course, the one thing I want to see more than anything else in this industry right now, Shenmue 3 won't happen. Again, a third game. And in addition to that, Dino Crisis, the resurrection of Dino Crisis would be amazing, but Capcom don't do anything the gamers want, so that won't happen. And all the dinosaurs will be locked on the disc, so what else? And a Resident Evil 2 remake, but again, it's not what Nintendo, Capcom do. They'll botch it up. It'll probably end up being like Resident Evil 6. Yeah, so those are the games I can think of that I really want to see. And what's the ultimate thing I want to see? Ideally, first of all, no DRM whatsoever on any console would be amazing. Not going to happen. But I think what we all really want to see is Microsoft go, we've made a huge mistake. The rest of development style.
I've made a huge mistake.
There we go, we're backing out of the console market, we're done, we're screwed up, goodbye. Come on Sega, get back in it, bring out a new console, Dreamcast 2. Everyone's a winner. That's the ideal world, that's an ideal scenario. Not gonna happen in a million years. Sega ain't coming back to do a console. Sega are doing something though. What's it called? A lot of people think, I forgot what it's called. But a lot of people think it's a console. It's not a console. I think it's some sort of arcade thing where you'll have a big access to a big library of old classic Sega games or something like that. I think that's as big as it'll get. So that's my prediction on that. Who knows? Maybe it is a new console. Nah, they're partnering with Nintendo, so they're not going to bring out a rival console. That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, those are my predictions / thoughts. Like I said, I am concerned. I am worried. But yeah. I don't know, we'll see what happens at E3. I hope I'm really wrong. We'll come back to this video and see how right I am or how wrong I am, how much of an idiot I look. But yeah, E3 is upon us, so bring on E3, or maybe don't bring on E3. Who knows? Like I said, maybe darkness is coming.
Hello darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
You didn't figure out already, I am an Arrested Development fan. Big time, so that's what the gags were all about. Yes. So I guess I'll see you at E3. I'm not going to E3, obviously they forgot to invite me. You know, a bit annoyed. But you know, I'll be doing plenty videos for the 3 days of E3. Let's hope they're all positive. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, see you later. Hello darkness.